To suppress a public protest, this soldier straight up shot one of his own. Don't think for a second he missed on accident. As long as the gunfire starts, no matter who pulls the trigger, the Empire now has a reason to claim self-defense. Instantly, the people in the square were labeled as terrorists, and soldiers got the green light to fire at will. The Empire needed minerals from deep underground on this planet to build the Death Star's outer layer, but the Gormani didn't want to leave their home, so the Empire went full force. The rebels hiding in the crowd had no choice but to fight back. Even though stormtroopers had awful aim, they had the upper hand with terrain and gear. Casualties piled up on both sides, but the worst threat was the snipers hiding on the rooftops. They only targeted civilians. The more the rebels resisted, the more the Empire could justify their invasion later. Andor didn't forget his mission. He quietly assembled his rifle and aimed at the Imperial officer watching from above, but his line of sight was blocked, and he couldn't get a clean shot. Then the rebels threw Molotovs, and the stormtroopers started dropping like flies. The officers in the back just watched and smiled. Time to unleash the final weapon. The doors of the command center creaked open, and a squad of droids marched out. Regular bullets didn't work on them at all. They didn't need extra weapons, just their metal fists. That were enough to tear humans apart. Jerry looked around helplessly. He was one of the first Imperial officials assigned here, and the rooftop commander's husband. He had no idea what the Empire's real plans were. He thought the rebels started all this, and that's why the Empire responded with force. Then an explosion rocked the square, and Andor finally got his shot. He aimed at the commander on the roof, but just as he was about to pull the trigger, Jerry suddenly charged in. They wrestled and got caught in the blast. Andor was frustrated. He'd been one step away from completing the mission. Where did this guy even come from? He couldn't understand the conflict and despair in Jerry's heart. Luckily, a teammate showed up to help. Andor and the rebels began to retreat, but those droids were still on their tail. Just when they thought it was over, a soldier showed up in an armored vehicle and smashed a droid in half. Finally, the threat was gone. Andor loaded the droid wreckage onto the ship. Maybe he could reprogram it and put its parts into his own droid K2. After the battle in the square, the Empire labeled it a terrorist attack. To protect the people of Gormani and Imperial assets, they'd be sending more troops to the planet. Justice was just a mask. The Empire wore while bullying the weak.